Speaking of basketball, there's someone in this room with takes so egregious. I honestly didn't even want to talk about it, but since he's on the show, I'm going to give him the mic and let him say what he has to say.
Hold on, before we get into this.
Go ahead.
I got to go to the bathroom.
So, Mr. Hot Take himself, Eli, take it over. Let's get into the Kawhi LeBron conversation.
Talk to us about this. You got the colors on too. Shout out to LAC.
Shout out to the Clippers. We won yesterday 2-0. 2-0. We beat the Lakers.
And who else?
Yep.
Who else y'all beat?
The Denver Nuggets. And all that Paul George slander out the window. He's back.
He's back.
He's back. Playoff pandemic, bro. We're gonna talk about Kawhi first and why he's better.
No, let's talk about Paul George. You already brought it up. Let's talk about Paul George.
We'll talk about Paul George.
How are you going to give a motherfucker clout for the first 2 games of the regular season?
Because he dropped 30 points each game.
Oh, 30 on the
first game he dropped 30.
Average 30 points a game.
First game he dropped 30. Yesterday he probably dropped high 20.
Eli, the issue.
What's the issue? What's the issue, bro?
The issue is Paul George is one of the very best players in the league during the regular season. He might, after LeBron, KD, Kawhi, Giannis, AD, it's Paul George in that tier.
Okay.
The issue is in the playoffs, I am taking Kwame Brown over him.
See, that's
listen, bro, he sucks. You suck. Listen, number one, Dame Dollar did what he did to him. Took his soul. Took his soul. Threw the ball off the side of the bag. He thought it was a dunk contest. He was just throwing the alley for Lou Williams and one of them niggas, right? But the thing about, me and Kadiki used to argue about this shit up until the very day they got kicked out of the playoffs. You're up 3-1, and you as the second leading star flops, and I could look at it as you influence your whole team to flop because we know Kawhi is not a flopper. He's never done that in his life. So what is the constant factor in the Thunder flopping and the Pacers flopping and now the favorited Clippers flopping? It's Paul George. You guys need to get rid of Paul George. That's the only time you'll win a championship.
I can agree with you on that if we do a 3-way trade with the Rockets and the 76ers. If we could get Ben Simmons, it's LeBron who?
It would be quiet.
LeBron who? Lakers who?
LeBron who?
Lakers who?
Yes,
Bye. Paul George is back. Paul George, you forgot he had an MVP season. You're forgetting
and
that.
What did he? How far in the playoffs did he make it?
They don't count playoffs for the MVP rate. They don't count the playoffs.
That's my point.
It's a regular season. In the Pacers, that first year when he turned up, his first year on the Pacers, he didn't play. He was a backup for Danny, right? Danny got hurt. Then we found out who Paul George really was, right? A bucket. Okay, he's the star player on the team. He brings them to the. Didn't they go to the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah, like 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row. All right, bro, they lost. All right, he played bad, but you playing. Oh, man, he's getting shot, bro. obviously he's gonna guard Dame Lillard, right? He's the best player. Dame Lillard's the best player. Obviously, Dame Lillard said, "I practice those shots every day." The shot that he shot again in Paul George's mouth, he said, "I practice those."
The issue with that shot wasn't the fact that Dame Lillard made it. It was. Do you
bad
remember
defense.
what Paul George?
It was bad.
It was good defense. Do you remember what Paul George said after?
What?
Oh, that was a bad shot. He's a sucker ass nigga. Like, anybody is gonna be like, yo, bro, you know what I mean? Like, I good defense. Congrats to Dame. He just hit a better shot. This dude constantly makes excuses. I think it's something mental with him, bro. Like, I really think that's like we were talking about child life psychology. When he was a baby in the NBA going up against LeBron in the conference finals, demolished him. He gets nervous when playoff time comes.
And guess who don't get nervous when playoff time comes?
LeBron James.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Two-time Defensive Player of the Year.
Who put you on to Kawhi?
Shout out to Skrilla P. Shout out to Skrilla P.
We gotta get Skrilla here talking about
Gotta get
Ponza,
Skrilla and Jay
the
West
GOAT.
to talk basketball. Those guys know what they're talking about.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
2-time Defensive Player of the Year. How
many MVPs again? I forgot.
He has 2 Finals MVPs.
No regular season.
None. But okay, that's cool. How old was LeBron when he first got his ring? 28. Old. Yeah. 28. Guess how old Kawhi was?
How?
23.
Are you okay? So are you? Do you actually study basketball? Because now I'm not even going to have the discussion with you. Because if LeBron James was playing with Tim Duncan, a top 5 greatest player of all time, the greatest coach of all time,
how old was bro? LeBron had to leave Cleveland to go to Miami, team up with D Wade and Bosh to get a ring, bro. I don't want to hear it, bro. And then he still lost more times to the Warriors, bro. And Kawhi beat him head to head in the play, bro. I don't want to hear that.
He also beat Kawhi's head to head.
Okay, but Kawhi beat him more times too, bro. Kawhi is a bucket, bro.
Come on.
Let's talk actual basketball.
I don't know actual basketball. I don't watch. I know Kawhi.
You know Kawhi. No, you know Kawhi.
I know Kawhi. I don't. When I watch a basketball game, I'll throw the Lakers game was on yesterday. I was on my phone the whole time watching.
Who's a better player?
Kawhi.
In what way?
Defensive ways, you not stopping him in post shot fadeaway. I really think he's a better leader.
Nah, that's
100% think he's a better leader.
I don't even watch basketball.
The thing, and
you hate LeBron.
I respect LeBron.
No, it's a debate. We go back and forth. Listen, this is what I love about Skip Bayless because he's the greatest person in sports talk. You know why? Because to take such an idiotic position and sound smart for 10 years, it's great. Unfortunately, a lot of you motherfuckers that hate on LeBron are not Skip Bayless. And y'all sound ridiculous like saying the shit you just said. How the fuck is Kawhi, who's never been a leader on a team, a better leader than a nigga that's been a leader since he was 16?
He wasn't a leader on the team.
You ever see when he told his mom to shut the fuck up?
He wasn't a leader on the team?
Who?
Kawhi, he was never a leader on the team. The Raptors, he wasn't a leader? Who are the leaders on the Raptors?
Kyle Lowry. Everyone knows he's the leader, bro. That's his team.
Did Kyle Lowry win the finals? Kawhi won that final.
Look at what we talking about.
Who took the last shot in the Eastern Conference Finals against the 76ers?
Kawhi was the most talented player on the team. He's going to take the last shot.
If he's not a leader, how come Serge left the Raptors to go to LAC to team up with Kawhi? And you know what Kawhi said to him? You know what Kawhi said to him?
What?
You coming or what? He didn't say, yo, bro, this is what we got. This is what we got going on. He said, how's it going? He said, how's it going down? You coming or what?
Mm-hmm.
Leader talk.
They have a close relationship.
Leader talk,
bro. He's not recruiting him. He's telling him to come, bro. He's like, yo.
That's what LeBron did to homeboy. He just got the chip with.
Who?
AD. Like, yo, what you doing? You gonna bring that unibrow to Star City and make it happen? And guess what?
Thank God.
They made it happen.
Shout out to AD because I'm happy. If there's one player on the Lakers I'm happy AD is on the Lakers, and
Why?
I'm happy
because you know LeBron was gonna get him a chip, right?
No, I knew Bro, he was on the Hornets, bro.
Yeah, let's talk about the glow up AD had. That dude came into the league, but
he's a pretty motherfucker.
He's a pretty boy now.
He's a model now.
I've always thought about that. Like, yo, bro,
he could get it, bro.
No, word. He's one of the better looking dudes in the NBA.
Yeah,
top 3 cutest NBA players.
Kelly Oubre #1 though.
I don't like them too pretty boy niggas. Like,
yeah, nah, you're right. Because his game, yeah. Because this thing, AD's a pretty boy and he can play game. Kelly Oubre, these past 2 games, bro, them stats. He's coming out running like Naruto, like he's ready to hoop. He's not showing it.
That's Paul George in the playoffs. But Zilla, the Kawhi thing.
I respect LeBron James. I respect him, but to say that he's my GOAT, I can't. I don't like the way he plays basketball.
What about basketball? What about LeBron's game? Don't you like?
I don't like, bro. Like, you big and everything, bro. Obviously, you can go in the paint, freaking dunk the ball like with so much power, like, and look like it's the. And here's another thing why I hate LeBron. I dislike LeBron's game is I've seen games where he's played a bad game and they lost as a team. And Bleacher Report and all those other things are still posting his highlights like he's won.
No, because he's a star. That's what happens when you're a star.
But why though? Why though? Kawhi's dropping points and he's not getting no recognition.
Has not marketable.
None.
That's a marketing issue. That has nothing to do with a player.
I feel like that is has something to do with the player because like I feel like he has to say like, yo, like I played bad, but y'all still need to show.
Nah, it's not like it's money.
I feel like in this day and age. With the social media, it's helping him stay GOAT relevant. You know what I'm saying?
No, the championship he just won is helping him stay GOAT relevant. You're missing on everything you're saying. Right? You're 0 for 100.
Who they go against in this past finals? I didn't even watch it.
Not the Clippers because they didn't make it to.
Obviously, who the Lakers? Who the Lakers? Who the Lakers? I didn't even watch this finals. So much I didn't care about it.
Jamie Butler.
Jamie Butler.
Jamie Butler.
Jimmy Butler's a good looking dude.
With a haircut. With a haircut.
Now you're tired.
So back to the top 3 good looking men in the NBA. I'm taking number one. Obviously, y'all know who I'm taking.
Brizzle.
LeBron. You know, LeBron number 1. Good looking dude. 6'8", probably 6'9". The musculature is amazing, right? And myself, you know what I mean? I like a dude who looks aged. The hairline definitely does it for me. He looks very mature.
Dick throwing himself out there right now.
AD number 2.
You better say the whole Lakers squad. Oh my god.
Yo, you remember the girl who got the train run on her by the Pacers?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be that for the Lakers.
Oh boy.
Where LeBron at?
What you mean?
Who went in there first?
Frank Vogel and Frankie B.
Oh no!
Put it in your mouth.
Nah, I ain't going near my mouth, nigga. That's a wifey thing. You gotta wipe it up for that. You gotta put me on the tray.
Dang.
Am I wild?
You gotta fly me out.
Are you gonna give me a top 3 now? Or I'm just on a thing right now.
Top 3
to bust.
See, I can
to bust. That's what we talking about. The bust downs.
Oh boy. Let's go back to that girl that got the train ran on it.
Yeah.
Those, like, they had the podcast that one girl was saying that Odell pooped on her chest. Yeah. Those girls are disgusting.
They're hilarious.
They look like the
What's the name of that podcast?
22 Jumpers. Adam
No
22.
Jumper. Yeah.
Yeah,
just
No Jumper.
There's a name to it, but they're on the No Jumper.
Right.
I think it's like a No Jumper podcast. I think it's called the No Jumper podcast, right?
Nah, they actually got there. So the first one where they talked about getting the train ran on by the team, that was an actual No Jumper podcast. Then he realized how much views it got, and he was like, "Yo, y'all should have your own podcast."
Just make
the girls have their own?
Make
yeah,
up
he
stories.
gave them
I didn't even know.
he gave them their own podcast on, like, it's on No Jumper, but he gives them the platform. That's where the Odell comments come from, because they had Slim Danger, who's Chief Keef's baby mom.
Right.
By the way, I don't know how these rappers who can get the most beautiful girls always have babies by the ugliest bitches, right? And fucking like Selena Powell, like, she does not look any type of good.
That's another one?
Yeah, that's another one of these super thoughts.
They just like that ratchet shit that these girls be
doing.
Chief
Keef knows. Love the ratchet.
That's all Chief Keef knows.
You
seen the Don't Like music video?
Word. Them Chicago dudes definitely
that girl that said that thing about Odell, she looked like that thing from Men in Black. The
Isn't
alien
that
from
Some Danger?
Yeah, that's Some Danger.
Yeah.
The Spanish one? Who had the slippers?
The one who
the
said
skinny
that
one.
Odell shitted on her chest?
Right? That's, whose sandals, they didn't say Dior. They said, she had fake, her. Yeah. She looked like the alien from Men in Black.
She looked weird.
Yeah, she don't look good at all.
No, I mean.
But it makes sense, though. Chill. The story she said about how she met Chief Keef was, he came to her college to do a spring contest or something, a concert. And she sent him a video of her masturbating across her room, and she squirted like 4 feet out.
Right.
So and obviously, I would want parts. You showed me that.
He's the same age as her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
word.
Chief Keef young. He's still young.
Yo, what the fuck is that? Yo, they don't do that shit.
They don't do that. They don't do that in Chicago.
Only a bullet go that far.
Only a bullet.
That's a good joke, man. That's funny. You won for 30.
I'm like, you want to play basketball? Fuck out of here.
Ever told on a nigga? No. Ever squeezed the trigger? Yep. Ever set a nigga up? No. Ever helped a brother out when he was down on his luck?